So I took a trip to Scottsdale this past weekend, and I stayed near Old Scottsdale downtown to get out of the dreary, rainy weather that Dallas-Fort Worth had been having for a quick weekend getaway. And the first night that we were there, we landed at about 7 o'clock and decided to go get some local food before calling it a night after a long day of travel. And we were walking around the quaint little bespoke area, and I saw one of these cars driving by. And at first I thought it was a knockoff version of the Ghostbusters mobile. It had these spinning sensors on the top and on the back of the car, and I wasn't exactly sure what it was until I saw the name on the side, which said Waymo. And I happen to be familiar with the company because of my cousin Mac, who's kind of always been like a little brother to me. He works for the company, and we've had a few discussions about the progressions in autonomous vehicles. So I snapped a quick picture of it, sent it over to him, and he was blown away. He was happy to see that I had seen one of their vehicles out in the wild, and, of course, so was I. So the next day, while exploring the city, we would occasionally see one of these vehicles driving around and no one in the front seat, and didn't really think a whole lot about it at the time. But then we ended up taking an Uber the next morning, and it wasn't far. It was maybe 2 miles away, but it's too far to walk. It was about a 30-minute walk. So after calling the Uber, I'm setting my phone down, and I happen to see another pop-up hit my phone, and it says, if you'd like to try one of our autonomous vehicles, your vehicle will arrive 4 minutes faster. And of course, I jumped at the opportunity, being a fan of tech. So we waited outside for the Waymo Jaguar I-Pace, and the vehicle pulled up directly in front of us completely smoothly. But at first, I couldn't figure out how to get in the doors. I figured it might be like the Tesla where you have to push on one of the sides, but that wasn't the case. And then I opened the Uber app, and I saw there was an unlock button. So after pressing it, all 4 doors came out from their seated location, revealing handles, and we opened up the doors, and the vehicle said, "Hello, Brock. Welcome to your ride." And we were sitting in the back, and there was a touchscreen monitor that had an option to select to start the ride. And once we selected it, the vehicle just took off, leapt right into action. You can charge your phone, change the music, turn on heat or air, change it to a comfortable ride, whichever way you want. And then the voice prompted us to make sure that we had our seatbelts fastened, and it reminded us of our destination. And there was even a support call button. If there were any questions, you could speak to a rider support agent, and also an option to pull over at any time.
Oh wow, so the dome on top should illuminate the initials of whoever the rider is. I don't know if you have any of those controls. It's pretty cool. Casper, our friendly ghost, is driving us. It's actually really neat. Easy pickup, unlock through the app. It was really simple, Mac. I mean, I gotta tell you, this car speeds a little bit. It's got a little bit of a lead foot. Look at that, that was so neat.
That's pretty neat.
Poor Uber drivers are all gonna be out of a job soon.
Not in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, eventually it'll be everywhere. There'll be no need to have drivers.
It's amazing.
More than anything, I was surprised at how adept the vehicle was. At one point, a parked car opened their door in the street, and the Waymo vehicle didn't jerk out of the way, but it smoothly moved over to the left to avoid it without any issue. The system seemed pretty sure of itself. It didn't creep forward or pause or hesitate at all. It was incredibly smooth, and honestly, it didn't feel as weird as I expected. I didn't get to have to answer any of those hair salon questions about how my day was going, why we were in town. We got to sit back and enjoy the experience. On the screen in front of us, it showed the map with the street and even real-time vehicle representations as they passed by, street lights, and even the estimated time of arrival. And then when we got to our destination, the I-Pace car reminded us to make sure that the area was clear before exiting and not to forget any items that we left in the trunk. And then it was off to its next adventure.
Thank you, Waymo car. You were very nice to us. Are you just gonna sit here until you get your next passenger? How does that work? Bye. It was fun. It was nice getting to know you. And there it goes, off into the distance. Our little boy's growing up. It's growing up. So rad.
Watching the wheel move on its own made it quite entertaining, and most of all, it felt incredibly safe. I guess the way to think about it is if someone was to throw like a baseball at your head as hard as they could, Would you want to trust the ever-present human error to catch it before it hits you, or would you want to trust the reliability of a precise machine to do so? And I mean, I know I've got pretty good hand-eye coordination, but I trust the machine in that scenario. It's the same for here in the vehicle. Not all drivers are created equal, let alone Uber drivers. I think we all have a horror story that can be told of some insane Uber or Lyft driver that got us to our destinations, but they sure scared the hell out of us in the process. The safety and autonomy in what Waymo has built here takes the fear out of that picture. It was an incredibly safe and enjoyable ride. It was a really great experience. And to say the least, I was stoked to be able to have it. And really the best part was no tip. It was less than 2 miles. It cost us a grand total of $647. You know, we've all heard the horror stories and read internet scenes of what happens with these cars, but Waymo seems to be doing it right. Their autonomous vehicles are really clean too, exceptionally clean actually, because apparently the company does a deep clean on them every time the car returns back to base. So all in all, I can't say enough great things about the experience and the safety, and hope to catch another one really soon. I want to thank our sponsors, Kincannon Business Consulting. Kincannon brings technology, systems, and expertise to your business to shorten the timeline for execution to a profitable roadmap. Other consultancies bring a costly army. Kincannon brings an efficient SWAT team. So if you're looking for a consultancy with a track record of success across many industries, reach out to Kincannon Business Consulting to set up a discussion. You can reach out to them by email at inquire@kincannonbc.com. That's going to do it for today. We're going to talk some more emerging tech next time. Bye, everybody.